extra mile. This game is hard and long. Might need to split into 2 parts, but if I do that, you can always just find the second part in the video description. Got no gold. Crud. Okay, so I think I'm doing pretty well this game, but maybe not well enough. I will say this. The Scorpions are getting insane value, and I look forward to the next time I get to use them. At some point, I would like to... Does this affect Scorpions? I don't think it does. I still should have had it earlier anyway. Not that any of my units benefit from it, but it's a good technology anyway. You never know if I decide to transition to something else. Scorpions are strong. I'll do a Scorpion Rush at some point, but even just throwing in Scorpions can be great. I know I'm not the Chinese, but just imagine what I could do if I was the Chinese. This, of course, is hard countered by Bombarded Cannons and Onagers, so if my opponents start making them, I probably have to transition to that. Thank you, Supploit. Hal Reno, hello! He says, did you know what else is hard and long? No, tell me, Hal. Please inform me. Twitch Chud, do you know what he's talking about? Alright, oh god, that was gonna be a sick Scorpion shot. Just imagining a line straight down there. Hey, Pete. Yeah, squinty-eyed with the Craigasm. Twitch emotes are just such a wonderful idea. I ended up getting into YouTube because, like, for the longest time, I would just sit and just watch my brother do stuff. My brother has always been a huge role model in my life and someone that I always look up to. Wonderful guy. As a kid, I would just watch him do stuff. Play games, like, one of my favorite things to do was not necessarily to play games, but to watch my brother play games. And one time he was showing me YouTube, like, when it just came out. And I didn't have an internet connection because I was too young. My parents wanted to shield me from, obviously the Twitch chat, which didn't exist back then, I guess. Maybe they were trying to shield me from all the hot local Latino singles online. I didn't have internet back then, and when he was explaining to me how YouTube worked, I was, like, fascinated. It, like, blew my mind that, you could have something where you just upload videos of cats, and thousands, millions of people, billions of people will watch. Videos of cats in glorious 240p master race with pixels the size of dinner plates. That blew my mind, and I wanted to get into it. Like, ever since I was very young, I was always fascinated with YouTube. And Twitch, the same. I was like, really? You're telling me that, like, 20,000, memers can get together in one chat room and they just spam? Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I try to use Twitch, obviously, for other things, though, and then rather just to post memes, I think we can also be friends. To build a wonderful, welcoming, friendly community that hopefully makes up for all the times that someone told you to go fuck yourself when you were playing whatever online game you were playing. Trying to make up for that.
Yes.
Assassin says he's got 2 guys on him. Which is a normal problem for Assassin, wink wink. I'm kidding. Crap, Catharsis, he figured it out. Not only that, he's Spanish, so he has, oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Portuguese that has the super accurate sniper, bombard cannons. My trade carts. Okay, there's the market. No! God, early YouTube was great. Do you guys remember how bad YouTube was when it came out and how much better Facebook was? How much better, here's one thing that, like, YouTube, I think, has improved immensely, and I don't know if it's my nostalgic goggles and that I'm just an angry old fart, now that I've turned 21, Back in my day, the interface, every time they update on Facebook is, like, I always feel like it gets worse. But, I don't know if that's just me being an old fart. I like the old YouTube interface a lot. I thought it was great. 3-part video in dashboard. Hopefully people like it. The real heroes are the people who leave me those comments, leave me the thumbs ups. Thank you. Should add skirms. I could Proud Amazing. I think that's a reasonable suggestion. Most of the time when people suggest that I make a certain unit, they're like, Resonance! We're the Mamluks. I'm the Slavs. I can't do that. Negative. So, most of the time it's not a reasonable suggestion, in that I just don't have the money for it, or it's not possible. I think one of my favorite things was when someone was seriously suggesting that I make paladins as the Aztecs. Obviously it was a mistake, but yeah. Hasn't happened since then, this is the one time. Now people just do it just to be funny. People will often be like, "Your Resonance, aren't you making, like, siege onagers? With what gold?" But, I can actually afford elite skirmishers. The question is, do I really need them? I haven't done it yet. There's always a method to my madness. I didn't do it yet because I am horrified of the mass hussars, which will just destroy me. But the skirms will be fantastic against the hand cannoneers, and perhaps I have enough hand cannoneers to actually warrant this. I think we lose the video game, right? Or wait, are we making enough progress on that side? This is so hard. So Napoleon asks, where's the Mamluks? I don't know, man. I'm working on it. I'm transitioning to this. A lot of people just ask me very frequently to make units, assuming that I have infinite money. And believe me, if I had infinite money, I would be making solid... I would not be making halberdiers. I'd be making solid, gold-plated, 1% bourgeoisie halberdiers. I'd be making herbalists that just throw plates of caviar at people. I would do that. Arrow Death says you use longbows or something. Arrow Death, you would want me to use longbows, wouldn't you? Arrow Death. If that is your real name. Oh, Arrow Death. You sly dog. Okay, so... Okay, I forget who told me this earlier, but someone told me that Zach said... Zero Empire said that green players never stage a comeback. And I'm starting to see that. I don't know why, but maybe maybe there's a connection there. Some weird Illuminati voodoo stuff. 20 idols res? Pay no attention. Those villagers are just on timeout. They're not idle. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry. You know who else is my idol besides Day 9? Tommy Wiseau. With such great quotes such as, don't worry about it, huh? Do you understand life? Do you? Everybody betray me. I fed up with this world. God, this game is hard. I get 18 parts. It's basically my memoirs right here. And by the way, I don't really advertise it that often, but I do have an official Steam group, which I swear I'll use at some point. And JazzP made that fancy, awesome lobby symbot that we have in chat. If you type !quote, it will paste the quotes from the ResQuote subreddit. So feel free to check out the ResQuote subreddit and contribute there. I think there's a minimum comment requirement, or at least I want there to be one. So if people post like a terrible quote, then it doesn't end up in the !quote function. But yeah, if you post a funny quote, hopefully it's actually funny, then yeah, it's something that I always enjoy browsing in my free time. Well, Excision told me once that he forgot that he was subbed to the ResQuotes subreddit, and he was like very, very confused when he had all those quotes on the Reddit front page. So I don't remember who told me that putting this castle in the middle of my farms was ambitious, but someone told me that at the start of the game. And while you made a very, very fair point, now who's laughing? Years of experience. I'm as old as time itself. I have wrinkles so deep, deeper than the Marianas Trench. Build a swimming pool in them. I'm 21. Rez was not born yesterday, not with those wrinkles, friends. Oh shit, I meant to send them back to work, not unring the town bell. Checkmate. Saw those hussars. If there's one thing I want you to take away from watching my videos, besides hopefully how to be a better player, and how to have fun and be a good person, is also to be paranoid as shit. Like, you need to be Stalin level paranoid with your like economy getting raided. Well, except I'm weird in that I'm paranoid. I know I'm going to get raided, so I leave the door open. I'm like the kind of guy who owns a lot of guns but leaves his front door unlocked. Which I wouldn't recommend. I also recommend locking the door. I want you guys to know, defensive castles are very good. Yeah, generally ask permission to post links. You can find the rules below, but I'm pretty flexible. The idea is I don't want any... The only reason that I have that rule is so that spam bots know that they have no rights. That's right, spam bots, we don't serve your kind. It's basically to protect people from clicking on something they don't want to see. Like, I don't want my chat filled with gore, advertisements, and porn. Because you can search for that in your own time. Kitty on highest, are there any Aoe2 tournaments coming up, Res? First off, let me apologize if I missed any people's messages. I only have so many eyes. Feel free to ask it again in a few minutes, so we'll get back to you. I'm not aware of any Aoe2 tournaments coming up that I'll be involved in, but we'll see. I will probably just do some miscellaneous replay casting and upload some good ones to the channel at some point. I blow your ears. I was the one who asked about the castle. Aha! Checkmate, I blow your ears. Gloopot says, "You're a baby. How do you have wrinkles? Do wrinkles appear when you're 10? Touche. I'm an old baby. Yeah, Lanoleum says the only spam bot that showed up today is instantly banned. Good. You show them. I want people to know that we have a supreme fascist dictatorship against spam bots. Everyone else should feel loved and assaulted by teddy bears. Whereas those guys, they can walk... The spam bots can walk straight into my defensive castles. God! This game. What about lurk bots? Lurk bots are fine, I guess. Orange has reached critical mass. Jesus Christ, catharsis. Spanish hand cannoneers. Another common mistake I see players making new ones is that they don't make enough military production facilities, or they don't move them closer to the battlefield. Well, you know what? Catharsis got his 8 billion elo off building so many buildings. It's like a giant blob of bacteria. He's just trying to cover the entire petri dish. Disgusting. Also, yeah, Magyar Cavalry Archer is pretty good. I would say the skirms were actually the right call. I was a little bit paranoid about the hussars, but I actually think I have enough halbs that it's probably okay, considering that my my halbs do cleave damage with Dragina, which is such a good tech. So expensive. Is the game over? And even though I tried, it all fell apart. You and me will eventually be a memory. At the time I tried so hard and got so far. It was a fun game, gentlemen. I want you all to know that you played fantastic. You should all be proud. Well, I would say this is a fitting note to end it on. Oh, shit. JK. What the f- This game is so bad. Aoe2 HD edition is like Stockholm Syndrome, man. Like, you know, I was talking about earlier how I always come crawling back to Aoe2 being like, baby, I can change. It's actually the other way around, where Aoe2 is, you know, crashing all the time, going out of sync. And he keeps coming up to me with shiny new civilizations. Oh, Resonance, we buffed your farming rate on the Slavs, please come back. I always do. What was that? I bet none of you saw that coming. And when I do upload this, please let me know below in a comment if you thought the game was going to end at the multiplayer status screen. I didn't even think that it was possible that the game would continue. Honestly, I didn't even think it was possible. I didn't think the game's code was even capable of that. So that was pretty weird. That's a bug that I think I'll report later, is that the game didn't actually end at the multiplayer status screen. There's this weird bug where every player clicks continue, and sometimes the game continues. Oh, there's a little bit of that lag. Oh no, Adam the Rabbit is sending his peasants at us too now. Are we the evil dictators, or is Adam the Rabbit the true fascist dictator? Jesus Christ, Adam. Get the women off the battlefield. Barbarian. Adam the Rabbit, more like Adam the Savage. Good lord. Everyone moving their villagers straight to the front line. At least Catharsis' villagers go to the gym. Super swole.
Yes. You played 2 hours and died like
I am sorry that I cannot do more. But I'm trying. You played 2 hours to die like this. Boo! Killage says I'd buff Chukunoos and give them Dynasty Warrior Tiger Cannons. That's the buff the Chinese need. I'm pretty sure Killage, if Dark Paladin's still here, he probably just triggered them. Johnny Dude says Jesus Christ, the rest is so sexist. Battlefield is no place for women. I don't mean it that way. But I do think that Adam the Rabbit rallying his villagers in here, these shirtless, look at this monster. I don't know, I feel like sending the peasants to fight is actually messed up. I feel the same way about the male villagers. Get the villagers off the battlefield and back to their slave farms. Back to work! Send them back to the wage slavery. Age of Empires 2 is great. You get to live that dream of being the world's biggest asshole. Without any of the repercussions. Get back to the lumber camp! Oh, I accidentally sent a villager too, so I think I'm probably the biggest hypocrite. Oy vey. Slavery is racist, you have to call them unpaid volunteer labor. That's true, but we have to remember, Aerodef, there are no black villagers in this game. They are only ethnically ambiguous. Well, they're actually pretty white. The male one's tan, though. Yeah, I like it. Unpaid volunteer labor. One of my favorite things is, and this is something that I got really good at from school. One of the few things that I am actually good at is saying something in as many words as physically possible. All those years of trying to get my, word requirement for my essays has taught me to basically make one sentence 12 pages. So anytime you convert one word like slavery into unpaid volunteer labor, you're officially like my favorite person. Like, officially my favorite person. Because that is a talent that I feel like not enough people can appreciate. The ability to say something simple in as many words as possible. Well, okay, so we traded Assassin for Sloppy J. Hopefully Assassin can mass Exodus out of here. And I actually think, guys, that Adam the Rabbit took one of his town centers and he set the rally point on this stable. He's like, fuck this stable in particular. I guess I'm gonna have to split it in 2 parts. If you happen to just be coming in here and for some reason you found part 2 and you can't find part 1, it's in the video description. Everything you need and more, the secret to eternal life. My favorite pizza places. You name it, it's all in the description. Note that some of those things aren't in the description. I'm really hungry. Well, my stream is a great way for me to unwind after an incredibly stressful, busy week. And then I get stuck in the longest, silliest game of Aoe2 ever. Jesus! Assassin, did you get any villagers out? Oh, shit! Oh my god, no! No! Oh god, you have the wife and kids! Shit! Oh no! Don't you die on me! So much innocent blood spilt. God, I am getting destroyed. I mean, I'm holding the line, but... Did he not get a villager out? Oh my god! Assassin! Hide those! Oh my god, assassin! Holy shit, he's not dead! Quick, you have one male and one female! One male and one female! Repopulate the earth! Oh my gosh! Thank goodness. I was about to artificially inseminate Assassin. Thank God I don't have to do that. I don't know if I was ready to do that. If I was ready to make the next step so soon. Sniper Jelly says, do I qualify for being the coolest, your closest chum in the world now due to my prodigious gift for stretching even the most basic statements? Corison, yes. Yes, you do. Gosh. I'm really glad that Assassin managed to he just decided arbitrarily, you know, there's not enough space to build, so I'm gonna farm in the middle of the map where it's perfectly safe. And I think it's very ironic that the least safe farm I've ever seen, right outside Catharsis's giant blob. Seriously, how many barracks does he have? He has like 30. Is actually the last two survivors. In this post-apocalyptic wasteland, one man, green. Skirms, dude. Oh, now it's a 3v3. Why is it the last game of the day? It's always the hardest one. People have to start making heavy cavalry archers and maggers. I don't know if it's just my games, but I feel like people don't. And I don't, and that they're actually pretty good. I need siege onagers. An hour and 35 minutes in, the Slav player has finally decided he needs siege onagers. But to be fair, I don't think I could have afforded them at any point. I still don't think I can afford them. Yeah. What is the thoughts? Gosh! Lupa system next, I'll be the next in rotations around the map. Unfortunately, yes. The artist formerly known as Renaissance 22, Reminiscence 22, Reconnaissance 22. There's a homicidal bear earlier who said, was it Resistance 22? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Well, an hour and 30 minutes in, Assassin gets to start from humble beginnings. Starting from scratch. Well, back to the Dark Ages. Senoplito says you have to upload this game. So much quote-worthy stuff. And I just watched the last half hour. Sure, I'll definitely upload that. Feel free to post your favorite stuff in the subreddit. I actually have a lot of games like this. They're titled as Epic Matches. Although Epic is subjective. And some people don't like it when I do that, but You can search for them under Epic Games. I do actually have quite a few of them. If you're looking for old school Resonance 22 with a potato microphone, back before Jay Smallman donated very generously. I haven't seen it in a while, by the way. I hope you're doing well, Jay Smallman, if you watch this. To upgrade my microphone, if you're looking for a potato mic game, I do actually have a 4-hour Chinese game, which is the longest game of Aoe2 I've ever recorded, and one of the longest ones I've ever played. Disgusting. I think Eric is in that one, right? I think Sniper Jolly's in there. So very long ago. Toby asks, why no horses? Well, they all died in the apocalypse. Budget cuts, my friend. To be honest, I don't think that the light cavalry will do anything, but it's another body to throw in the pile, so sure. Don't think it really will do anything. It's not like my military units are getting up to his stuff, but, well, actually, it's good against the onagers, which I don't really have a clean answer to. I think the halberdiers are fantastic, though, for the Slavs, and I only get light cavalry, not hussars, so I feel like I'm crippling myself a bit. The good news is that onagers aren't crucial here, because he only has regular onagers, not siege onagers, so I won't need the extra damage. It's just like, if I make light cavalry, I think it's a good question, but if I make light cavalry, I feel like I am taking population away from the halberdiers, and then that means that I am even more vulnerable to the mass hussars that everyone seems to have a fetish for. Lionel Liam says, Raisinins 22? My god. Yep, Sniper Jolly confirmed in that 4-hour Chinese game. Red Epic was one of my first viewers, the amazing Ismera Cruiser. Always a pleasure reading your comments, by the way, if you do watch this video. I believe he is... I'm not sure if he's in that one, but he's in a lot of my really old ones. I met Red Epic as the guy with a great sense of humor and the insane scout micro. Lag does not affect his ability to control scout cavalry. Or to go for Operation Wienerstorm. Trebuchets are also cheating. I think I lost a castle. I think I'm gonna lose this game. Catharsis is like, well, an hour and 40 minutes in, now is the time to make a bombard tower. Blackwind says, you're not Celts, you have Hussar. Oh my god, wait! Shit, I'm not... My mistake, guys. I had a stroke there. It's been a long day. I've been in this game for the last 3 million years. I actually am honestly playing as though I'm Celts. I keep thinking I'm Celts. Wait, Celts do get Hussar though, don't they? Well, Celt Hussar sucks ass. They don't get bloodlines. They don't get bloodlines, and I think the max level defense upgrade. You think I'm Celts. Actually, the Slav Hussar is pretty good. In fact, it... Right, I take it back. I'll make a few. I'm the kind of guy who will, like, order a dish. I'll say it's disgusting. Instead of sending it back, I finish the whole thing. Hello, Mem. How are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the longest game ever. Not as long as a 4-hour Chinese game, and I've had plenty of long epic games. Like, basically any game where I'm playing versus Atreides and I don't die in the first 20 minutes. It's a pretty epic game. A lot of great ones. Mem, I'm sure I'll get a chance to chat with you before then, but I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I hope every single one of you have a wonderful holiday season. But I'm sure I'll get to say Merry Christmas before Christmas. Rez, new lumber camp's here. But how will my villagers get their cardio exercise? I don't know if he needs any of these resources, but he can have a few. I don't need them. Alright, maybe I don't need Hussars, actually, and I just need more barracks. Mem says I was going to sleep, but I saw you still live. Yeah, there's no reason why I should be live right now. There is no reason. Aoe2 is about to give up. Not sure who's more hungry, Age of Empires 2 or me. Multiplayer status screen, my arch nemesis. Red's pink. No! Sloppy J was dead anyway, but. First casualty of war. 1 hour and 45 minutes in.
You played 2 hours to die like this?
The plot twists. Ugh. Plot twist that only Clayman can deliver. GG, fellas. This game wasn't meant to be.
Sure, blame it on your ISP.
You know what? The only fitting way, I'm convinced, and this might piss people off, but there's nothing I can do about it, by the way. Not my fault this game's unstable. I think the most fitting way this can end to be the most standard epic HD game I can imagine is if it just goes out of sync and we don't know the end. We can leave it to everybody's imagination. Redback says the 5.5 hour mark you normally run out of everything, rely on trade cards. Yep. Basically that 4-hour Chinese game. One of my first videos. Sloppy J is like, should I stay or should I go? I think it's very fitting that I played... Oh, a couple people were asking before this game. The break song was Last Days of the Alliance from Warcraft 3. One of my favorite games. And also one of my favorite songs from the game. I like to play game music during the breaks, because that way the VODs don't get muted. Also, it's a great way for you guys to learn a little bit more about me, and favorite games that define my childhood and my life today. Last Days of the Alliance. What a great song. I want Warcraft 4. That's what I would like. Yeah, this is Arena. Can't believe it. We've been to the multiplayer status screen 3 times and no one's dropped. I want a refund for this game. When I bought HD, I was told there were stability issues, and now I want my money back. Cision lied to me. Obviously not Cision, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really disappointed, guys. I feel like the appeal of HD Edition is that, well, there's more emotion in it, right? Like, you'll try harder when you play if you don't know whether or not, you know, the game will actually finish. It'll mean a lot more to you. You treasure every moment because you don't know which ones matter. You don't know if this will be your last game. Cool Sage says, will you ever stream Warcraft 3 unless you already did? I have actually not done that. It's on the tentative to-do list. At some point I might make like a Google Doc or something where I just update my to-do list. Because I actually realized that not everyone watches everything I upload, so they don't actually know what I'm doing all the time, but I have a to-do list. Depending on the demand for it, I'm interested in it, but something I'm never sure of is whether people mind if I play games that I'm bad at or just don't know how to play. You know, people ask me, you know, Rez, why don't you play Total War, Rise of Nations, Warcraft 3, Civ 5? I have no idea to play any of those games. I would like to, but I can understand how it would make people mad watching someone just be bad. I want to learn, though, so that's the difference, right? So, yeah, I'm interested in your feedback, of course. So the answer is maybe. It's certainly more likely than me playing Pony Simulator or something. I think for my birthday, Flatch got me, like, actually some sort of Pony Simulator. I think that was Flatch. I might be remembering this wrong. Back before I told people to not do that and not gift me games, I think it was Flatch. Someone sent me some actual Pony Simulators, like, I forget what it's called. It's Crystal something. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Lubot says instead of having 22, quit touching me, what ton is your favorite? There are a lot of good taunts. All Hail King the Loser is great, but it's 2 BM, so... Nice Town, I'll take it. It is definitely up there. Raiding Party is very good. Dadgum is S tier for sure. The Laugh is great, the Boo is great. I think the Awe is my favorite one, because it's like a universal response you can just use versus anything. You know, when you ask someone how their day was, no matter what they say, you just say, "Oh!" It's a very universal response. That's why my bot uses it with almost everything. At some point, just for shits and giggles, since I joke about playing Farming Simulator all the time, could actually try it. Who knows? Crystal Meth, maybe. No, Corbic, it's some sort of Crystal Pony Simulator. I don't remember what it's called. Like, the Secret of Crystal Pony Dick. I don't know, man. Like, I don't remember that. Flash says, yeah, that was me. Thanks, Flash. I do actually have a Steam wishlist now, but I'd much prefer that I actually get, you know, if people are willing to give me games, and then I put the money to better use, spending it on other things, like eventually paying for the rent, living expenses, college expenses, etc. But it's hilarious. Oh my god, how long has that Vil been trapped in there? I'm so sorry, Assassin. Every man is precious when he went down to 2 population. Can't wait to see what Assassin's base looks like on the timeline. Split this in 3 parts. Jesus Christ, TK! You calm down, man. You might actually win the game. Oh! Maggers are so good! I'm regretting everything. I remember, like... I used to always be the guy who's like, no, the Maggers are fine. I think they're fine, but... This game, I'm feeling the heat. This is actually crazy. These things are disgusting. With the extra range and they get all the armor upgrades. Like, a lot of civs that have good heavy cavalry archers don't actually have ring archer armor for some reason. And now I see why. This is insane, and my skirms aren't strong enough to deal with this, and I don't have enough money to deal with this, and... Alright, so if I was in charge, what I would do is every civ in the enemy team, we're gonna remove the Turks, Indians, Spanish, and Magyars from the game. Replace them with teddy bears. The next civ, what would his bonuses be? Villagers cost 1 less food. I'll make it so, yeah, lumber camps cost 1 less wood. Double bid axe research is 0.05% faster. And, tracking is free. Pretty sick, right? In terms of units that they have access to, I was thinking long swordsmen and monks. I'll be generous. They get siege towers. Fully upgraded pet turrets. Unique Cobra card? No, that would actually be good. Actually be good. Dark Paladin says the Magyars are the best late game civ, buddy. I want you to be wrong, Dark Paladin. Ah, but you were right the whole time. Dark Paladin would come in here and he'd be like, so Rez, when are you gonna embrace your new OP Magyar Overlords? I mean, that's what Fresh Princess always says, but Dark Paladin adds OP at the end. He'd always talk about how strong they are late game. And I always said that I think they're strong late game, but not crazy. But I actually wasn't making the heavy cavalry archers. Those are pretty good. Shit, man. Don't end like this. No! No, man. God, if Assassin or Sloppy J, I mean, while it is important that they are in the game, what is really bad is Adam the Rabbit dropping, because... God damn it. Well, I would have liked to know what everyone thought the outcome was going to be. This is the outcome that I thought was going to happen, except I thought I was going to lose because one of my own teammates would DC. God bless your internet connections, my friends. We have out-dial-upped them. DDoS for the win. Oh, dude. I thought my teammates were going to DC and I was going to lose. Joke's on you, Contrictus. You thought that save and exit actually works, but in our infinite memes, when African Kingdoms was released, glorious patch 4.5 Overlords, remove the pesky, pesky save and exit button, Contrictus, that was holding you back. We all hated it anyway. I see a lot of people on Reddit say that restoring the game never worked in HD, and that's actually wrong. I've played so many games of HD, and I've gone out of sync so many times that I swear to God, there was a period of like 3 months that no one remembers because everybody just assumed it didn't actually work because it didn't work for so long. Save and exit worked. It actually did work. For about 3 or 4 months. And, yeah, now it doesn't work again. So you can save and exit, but you can't restore saves, and it's been broken since African Kingdoms came out. I hope by the time you watch this on YouTube that they fix that, because it's devastating. Like, the worst combination of things is that not only does the game go out of sync more often now than it used to, but you can't do anything about it when people disconnect or go out of sync. No, I'm sorry, Adam the Rabbit, like, there's nothing you could do there. That's a bullshit way to lose. I think this game was really close. I actually think I'm not actually 100% sure who would have won. I'm actually still holding the line, by the way, so maybe Magyars are trash. No, I'm kidding. Not sure who would have won. I would put us at a slight advantage, but that's a bad way to go down, man. Adam, you played amazing. Nothing you can do in that situation. My only regret is that restoring doesn't work, and yeah. I think it was a really close game. And you guys still could have won. Like, you guys still could have won. Like, it was really close. I would put it as, we had a 55% chance to win, you guys had a 45% chance, but obviously I'm biased, I'm team resonance. I do think, though, that we're slowly gaining momentum since TK is playing out of his mind. Whoa, Assassin says my pop went from 270 is now 270 from 17. Jesus. Well, whoever told me to make skirmishers earlier, sorry if I forgot who that was. I remember who everybody is, but I don't remember everybody's individual things that they tell me. I'm sorry, but the enemy team has blown up all my archery ranges, and I'm gonna have to take a break from elite skirmishers for a minute. Forgive me! I'm sorry, Bundaroo, aka Sloppy J. I still think you played amazing, and it speaks volume of your character and caliber as a player that you died, but instead of going out like a weenie, you kept fighting. Because if you resigned, this would have never happened, and your team would not have stood a chance. Sure, this might not have been your most graceful game, but you contributed, and without you, your team would not have been able to get this far. Wow, I actually need more food. God, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna pass out from low blood sugar. What are these assholes doing? How long have I 3 onagers over there? GG, well played, guys. You all played really well. Thank you for joining. And thank you, Assassin, for not giving up. Well played, friends. Now, I might eventually die to Gray. I think I will eventually die. I don't think I can hold this forever. Even though if there's one thing I'm good at, it's dying incredibly slowly. I think I'll eventually bleed out. To Gray. I could have sworn the Slavs had the better post-imp. But they have strictly better Hussars. Magyar Hussars, a great unit that I never underrate, but Heavy Cavalry Archer, that's a good unit. I have Siege Onagers, but I didn't actually tech into those. I should have by the end. I was just so concerned because the Magyar Hussars also have an attack bonus versus siege weapons, which is great. My cleaving halberdiers is not as crazy as I thought. Still really good, though. This game was awesome. You know what I'm gonna do? Not right now, obviously, as I need to rest my voice and eat food and sleep. At some point, I would like to make some heavy cavalry archers and Magyars. This thing's pretty good now. I mean, it has the range of an Arbalist, but way better stats. And in the late game, Arbalist costing less. You'd much rather have the heavy cavalry archer for the mobility here. The range advantage is huge on an Arbalist, but you have the same range as them, and that's a lot of armor, that's a lot of health, a lot of attack. It's also very easy for the Magyars to reinforce, whereas my army is slower. I felt the mobility being a problem over time. That's really interesting. I appreciate the thought line, Liam, but the donations help a lot more and the continued sub. But thank you so much. This game was epic. Whew! Newfound appreciation, though, for the Slavs and the Magyars. This is an intense game, and one of the craziest, closest ones that I've ever played. I also like that Assassin didn't give up, and... What the hell? Hello, friends? Look at these guys dodging the draft. Shirking their duties. Defectors. What a game. TK played out of his mind. Really, everybody did. Like, even though Assassin Slop BJ died, they needed to be here. Whoa! Red did not have Loom by two hours in. You gotta get Loom, buddy. You can avoid getting Loom for a while in Arena because the stone walls will protect you. But I would say that by the time when you're in the castle age, time to grab that Loom. Catharsis, that was awesome. You played out of your mind. It's amazing. Latches, did you ever play the Pony Sim? Haven't had time yet. At some point, if I ever feel like torturing myself, I might try it. Maybe I'll try it on stream, but I fear that it might trigger people's anxiety. Snap says, my villa is only 90. It's no problem, man. It's no problem. So you play only AI 90% of the time. Well, then Resonance Bot Custom AI is the AI for you. Wow. If only this was like the first game in the stream. So many people went to sleep right before this. Joke's on all of ya, but I'll upload it to YouTube. Wow. Interesting, Dark Paladin. I'm not sure. I'd have to test it in practice. Since his Tibetan Civ idea would have Imperial Cavalry Archers. I think that's actually probably fair. You just don't give them everything else, right? Like, what makes the Magyars such a good Civ? I still don't think they're OP, but the Cav Archers are much better than I keep remembering they are. Is that the Magyars have such a well-balanced tech tree. They're very adaptable. So if your Tibetan Civ just doesn't have everything, then it's probably fine. I consider it like Imperial Camels. Very strong, but the trick is you just don't give them everything. I hope that Fresh Princess gets to watch this game at some point. She's missing out. Wow. This game was nuts. I lost 3,369 units. Good lord. I always lose a lot of units because I'm trying to sort of grind my opponent out. I try to get as much mileage out of my own resources as possible by spending as little gold as possible. And this means that I send, it would suck to be one of the soldiers under me if I was a general. So I'd just be sending waves after waves of people to die. Just so I can save a little bit of money when the tanks come in later. I clean them up. Whittle them down. And that allowed me to hold on for so long. Gosh. Yeah, those buildings raised. 364 has to be one of the records. Only 14. Arson confirmed trash. Let's make it 20 extra damage. Clipot says, what's the best Forgotten Civ? Oh, I definitely say Magyars, yeah. I still think, though, that the other ones are very close. At least now in the African kingdoms. Very, very close. Defensive, strong monks, strong cavalry, archers, cavalry archers. Sunk infantry, navy? That's probably fine. Yes, GG, Lockpick Lady. That game was crazy. 5 a.m. for Soviet Mats. Thank you so much for staying up this late, Soviet Mats. Hope you sleep well tonight. Always a pleasure to have you. Assassin, that game was awesome. Calavu, 4 a.m. Oh my gosh. 9 p.m. Mexico, Talcum. Thank you so much for staying up that late, Talcum. You're the real hero. Ooh, Eddie was in glorious California. I know he says they expect me to play XCOM right now. You don't have to give me the things on my wish list. I appreciate the thought. The nations are more important. I would love to play XCOM if I had the time. It's something I would love to stream, but I haven't played XCOM, so I have fears of being bad. Yeah, Zaruk says, you control Russian army? Yes, that's my strategy. Good World War II Russian general. Yeah, I just basically throw the bodies at them. Unarmed. Most of my soldiers won't have a weapon. I just throw them at them until my opponent runs out of ammo. That's... Grind them out. Grind them out. And then when they're all out of precious money, oh yes. That's when I send my army of solid gold boyars. Wow. Biggest economy. And yet I was still not really floating that many resources by the end, so it just goes to show that the secret to success is making lots of vills. But also not being filthy rich. Actually, Adam the Rabbit and Sloppy J had like no trade profit. Sloppy J, 78. Adam, 0 trade profit in a 2-hour game. But I understand why. It's difficult to transition into it once you run out of gold. There's like a time frame where you have just a little bit of gold left. Where do you want to do that? Thank you, Alpha, for sticking around. Really appreciate it. It's so late for so many of you. Oh shit, I hit spacebar by accident when I was alt-tabbing. I'm sorry. But you guys have seen the... You guys have seen the stats. Thank you so much, Assassin, for the $10 donation. Really appreciate it. More says 4 a.m. Oh my god. Cool Sage, 10 p.m. You to Hero. 5 a.m. for Sploit. My goodness. Gilgwath, 4 a.m. Switzerland. 11 a.m. in Singapore. Oh my. Pisithus, 5 a.m. Wow, good night to everybody. Good night, Cinepolito. Oh snap, 4 a.m. Oh man. 0 a.m. in Uruguay. Cool. People here from all over the world. He is slaves or Slavs, exactly, Aerodeath. Thank you, Kendrickus, for watching. MB Wallace says, Rez, you can upload this one? Absolutely, I will upload it soon. Soon. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on it. Yeah, Gloopod, that was awesome. I'm actually not, I'm not getting any new subs on Twitch, but I am getting new subs on YouTube, Gloopod. The sub count has basically been static for the last few months. But that being said, there are a lot more viewers here, and quality is much more important to me than quantity. You know, I'd be happy with like 100 people as long as they're 100 awesome people. And I'm extremely happy because in the Twitch chat I've had 400 to 500 generally amazing people. So it's just fantastic. Great news, y'all. Yeah, sorry I didn't get to check the timeline in Relics. Didn't mean to press spacebar, but I can always, you know, go to the replay and fast forward for 2 hours. Flash says 2 p.m. 2 p.m.? Oh no, Bung F. Thank you for staying up so late. Oh, Diaper as well, 9 p.m. Good night, Eddie Mountain. Good night, Vieselbell. Thank you for watching. Blackman says, when are we doing Stars of Lag Battles 4v4? Seen a few players in standby. Sometime after December 14th, perhaps. 12 a.m. in Chile. Ooh. 7 p.m. Blood of the Moon. Oh my god. Sun just went down. Lennon Liam says I'm sick as well, but that doesn't stop me from always being here. I appreciate it, Lennon Liam. Allergies are really bad today, but I'm rolling with it. Thank you, Modiper, for the resub. Much appreciated. 4 a.m. Gilbert. Thank you. He says greetings from France. Lemon Bender, 4 a.m. the Netherlands. Oh my god. Thank you so much for staying up this late, guys. You've all earned a good night's rest. It means a lot to me. Thanks, Gilgwath. Gabriel is in Rio. Cool. Age of the Huns is the emote knowledge. The Twitch meme master. 3,000 elo on Twitch. Breathes the memes. Flipot says I had a lot to drink. Awesome. Yeah, I am like dead. That was exhausting. I'll probably upload it to YouTube within a week or two. Split it in probably 3 parts even. That was pretty crazy. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, as it does help me out tremendously. It makes all the work I put in worthwhile. As well as a nice comment. I very much appreciate all the people who respond to comments on my behalf, and I do read all of them, even though I don't get a chance to respond to them individually. If you want to get in on this, and you want to play other similarly epic games, then I heavily, heavily encourage you to move on over. Just head on over to my Twitch page, link in the screen or in the video description. You can find the Twitch schedule on my Twitch page by scrolling underneath the video player there. Updated every few days, so keep your eyes peeled. That's how you know when I'm streaming next. You can also just follow me there. There is plenty more Age of Empires 2 videos on my YouTube channel, as well as videos of other games. So if you like this one, you'll probably like those as well. And, yeah. Lots more Age of Empires content on the way, as well as content for other games. Probably something for Prismata eventually, as soon as that thing gets updated. I have a bunch of other ideas. We shall see. Morium says making the sandwiches. I'd love to. Except I'm probably going to collapse. I don't know what I'm going to make myself for dinner. Maybe an omelet. Blood of the Moon says, due to a question that you missed, how do you think a Teuton Tower Rush would work? I actually think I have a video on that specifically, Blood of the Moon, so you're in luck. I think I have PYC Hawk, who's known for his Teuton Tower Rush. I think he basically made the build, Blood of the Moon. It's an older video, so my mic is worse, but I still think I cover it pretty nicely. Yeah, the inventor of the Teuton Tower Rush himself. One of the first few ones to do it. Yeah, it's okay, Age of Huns. We appreciate the dank memes, but I guess it's okay since the stream is ending, but... Yeah, don't post it too much, yeah? We still love you. Yeah, see you, Mothump. See you, Bob Jimmy. Always a pleasure to have you.